The film opens with a SWAT team en route to a dilapidated apartment complex, their mission clear: apprehend the elusive crime lord, Tama Riyadi. As they ride in tense silence, Sergeant Jaka delivers a grim briefing, emphasizing that if Tama puts up any resistance, they are authorized to eliminate him without hesitation. The atmosphere is thick with anxiety, palpable enough that one officer visibly trembles. As the vehicle approaches its destination, the team suits up, and Jaka reminds them of his expectation: all seats must be filled on the return trip. They arrive undetected and rendezvous with Lieutenant Wahyu, splitting into two teams to infiltrate the building with tactical precision. The operation begins smoothly. Officers methodically sweep through each floor, detaining residents with quiet efficiency. However, on the sixth floor, an unexpected complication arises. A lookout emerges from a bathroom at Jaka's command. Just as the officers lower their weapons, the young man bolts for freedom. Lieutenant Wahyu takes aim and fires, but by the time he brings the runner down, the lookout has already relayed critical information to another lookout on the floor above. The runner reaches an intercom just in time to warn Tama's gang of the impending raid. Inside Tama's control room, his enforcer, Mad Dog, informs him of the breach. In a swift reaction, Tama locks down the building and contacts a nearby ally for reinforcements. Outside, two SWAT officers are ruthlessly taken out by snipers. Moments later, assailants storm the team's vehicle, executing the drivers with cold efficiency. Within the complex, a man feigning distress approaches a SWAT officer, pleading for help. But it's a ruse. He was never restrained and quickly draws a concealed weapon to kill the officer.
Fifth floor secure.
On the sixth floor, the lights suddenly cut out. Jaka attempts to reach the drivers and guards but receives no response. Then, Tama's voice echoes over the intercom, offering lifelong free rent to any resident who eliminates the intruders. Realizing they are outnumbered, Jaka urgently urges Wahyu to call for backup. But Wahyu reveals a chilling truth: this operation isn't sanctioned, no one knows they're there. Their mission is a covert hit on Tama, linked to internal corruption within their own department. Stunned by this revelation, Jaka demands answers, but before they can resolve their predicament, the doorknob turns. SWAT members take aim, and a jittery officer fires his shotgun, just in time for a hail of bullets from hidden gunmen to cut through their ranks. It's an ambush.
Everyone fall back!
The survivors are forced to retreat into a room, cornered and desperate, as chaos erupts around them. In a desperate bid for freedom, Yuta discovers a compromised floorboard and, armed with an axe, carves out an escape route to the level below. Upon landing, he and his team swiftly neutralize several enemies. But their brief respite is shattered as bullets pierce the door once more. Seeking another way out, they are ambushed from below. Several teammates fall under enemy fire. With no viable options left, Yuta improvises a bold plan. He places a gas tank inside a refrigerator and tosses in a grenade. The ensuing explosion obliterates their attackers and disrupts one of Tama's surveillance feeds. Alarmed by the turn of events, Tama sends his most trusted lieutenants, Mad Dog and Andy, to eliminate the remaining threats. Meanwhile, Yuta and an injured teammate break away from the main group. seeking refuge from Ghaffar, a resident they believe to be uninvolved with the criminal underworld. As they make their way, reaching Ghafar's apartment, they plead for sanctuary. Ghaffar ultimately agrees to hide them behind a secret wall. Soon after, mobsters invade, their suspicion rising as they begin stabbing the walls. One strike grazes Yuta's cheek, and he quickly wipes the blood off the blade to hide evidence of their presence. Ghaffar desperately distracts the thugs long enough for them to depart. Yuta tends to his comrades' wounds before setting off alone once more. But danger lurks around every corner, he is soon attacked again. Throwing one enemy off a ledge before being pursued by a machete-wielding maniac. Trapped in a narrow corridor, Yuta fends off multiple attackers. Finally launching one through a window. They crash onto a fire escape amid gunfire. Yuta rolls to safety, only to find himself seized by a shadowy figure. Elsewhere, Jaka yearns to regroup and search for Yuta, but Wahyu protests, convinced they're likely dead. Jaka refuses to abandon them, determined to press on. Just as they prepare to move, Mad Dog launches a surprise attack. Wahyu flees while Jaka stands resolute. Cornered in a room, Mad Dog disarms Jaka and expresses his disdain for firearms, preferring the intimacy of hand-to-hand combat. They engage in a brutal fight. Jaka holds his own momentarily with a sleeper hold before Mad Dog escapes and delivers a brutal knee strike to Jaka's face. The battle escalates into savagery. With Mad Dog ultimately overpowering Jaka with a vicious neckbreaker. Meanwhile, Yuta discovers that the man who saved him is none other than his estranged brother, Andy, one of Tama's trusted lieutenants. Yuta reveals their father's hope of bringing Andy home, but Andy, burdened by shame over his choices, refuses. He urges Yuta to leave while he still can. When Yuta stands firm in his resolve, Andy implores him to at least wait for a clearer path. Later, Yuta reunites with his remaining teammates as they strategize an assault on the 15th floor where Tama is hiding. Bursting into a room filled with gang members disguised as bakers. They swiftly eliminate the threat and ascend the stairs. Brahma hears screams and separates from the group, stumbling upon Andy being brutally beaten. Tama had noticed Andy aiding Yuta on the surveillance feed. Mad Dog relinquishes Andy to join forces with Yuta in a fierce 2-on-1 confrontation. Despite their battered state, they launch coordinated strikes against Mad Dog, who initially proves formidable by flooring Andy and delivering punishing blows to Brahma. However, the brothers regroup and gradually shift the momentum in their favor. As Mad Dog chokes Yuta into unconsciousness, Andy seizes the opportunity to shatter a broken light bulb and plunge it into Mad Dog's flesh. In retaliation, Mad Dog slams Andy's head against the ground, but Yuta regains consciousness just in time to deliver the final blow that takes Mad Dog down for good. Meanwhile, Wahyu and the last remaining SWAT member confront Tama at gunpoint. In a shocking turn of events, Wahyu shoots his teammate and forces Tama down the stairs. Defeated and desperate, he attempts to execute Tama and then himself, but the gun clicks empty. From the shadows of the stairwell, as the harrowing scene unfolds, Yuta and Andy observe from the stairwell, powerless to intervene as Wahyu coldly shoots Jaka, ending his life. The film reaches its climax with Andy addressing the residents over the intercom, announcing that the nightmare has come to an end. In a bold move, he releases the remaining SWAT members and proclaims himself the new leader of their community.